This video will show you how to use the CLICKIT repair kit to repair a faulty string of pixels. What we have here is a pixel string that in the test lights mode is commanded to all one color or all red in this case. This is to demonstrate that this is a faulty pixel and any pixels down the line are off in this case. Your symptoms may be different, the pixels may be flashing, they may be off, but in any case, this pixel here is the last known good pixel as we see it respond to commands, get commanded red like the rest of the string. In this example video, this side here represents the controller side, and so the data flow is down the pixel string this way. This is our bad pixel, and this is our last known good pixel. The first thing that we'll do, especially if these pixels are in a prop, as a good rule of thumb, is I like to use a piece of tape and put a piece of tape on the last known good pixel and the bad pixel. Again, remember, in this video, the controller is on this end, so the data is flowing this way. Last known good pixel, bad pixel. The reason that we've marked these with tape is because the first thing to do is disconnect the pixel string from power. Now that the power is disconnected, very conveniently, we have our two pixels taped, and so we know that we are going to eliminate these two pixels from the string. The two tools needed here are something to cut the wire with and something, needle nose pliers or some type of pliers that will allow you to click the CLICKIT together. The first step is to make your cut. Again, we want to eliminate these two pixels are going to be cut out completely. To give yourself a little bit more room, you're going to want to cut as near as possible to the bad pixel. So cut somewhere here, because this is your good wire. You'll make the cut, noting that you're going to want to cut as straight as possible and not crooked to where all your wires line up as best possible. Note how straight the cut is. Same on this side. You're going to want to leave as much wire as possible here, so you're going to cut as close to the pixel you're removing as possible. Cut. Note, straight edge. So here are two bad pixels. These are going to be removed and replaced with our new pixels. The easiest way to make sure the pixel's in the right direction is to look at the pixels beforehand, look at the pattern on the bullet, and make sure the circuit board pattern matches on your new pixels. So when you lay them out like this and look, you should see the same pattern as before. After you've referenced that you have the same pattern on both and that your dotted lines line up, simply push and push all the way in until you can't push anymore. At this point, the wire should be all the way down in the CLICKIT. And again, before you crimp it down, double check that on both sides of the wire, that the dotted line matches the dotted line. Once you've verified, you're simply going to squeeze down, and then turn, squeeze down again. Again, any pliers would work. Needle nose are a good option. And this is what it looks like when it's finished. So once you've made one splice, continue down here. Do the same where you're verifying that the circuit board matches the circuit board and that your lines match lines. Push all the way in.